What's up, guys? Long time coming. Come back to YouTube. I took a little break, long break. I recorded a quite interesting episode earlier this year, March, somewhere there. Okay, just a brief thing. Forgot to mention this. If you want to support me and encourage me to do more videos, please find the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description below and give me a coffee or 8 to encourage me to do more of these videos. They're fun to do, but it'd be even more fun if I could make some money from it. So if you feel the urge and have some value from this, yeah, it would be appreciated if you can contribute a bit. All right, let's get into the episode. Got very popular actually, 25,000 views on YouTube, and yeah, got me going quite good. But it also got me sort of exposed to my own fears a little bit, which have been something I've been sort of working on the last few months. Yeah, just trying to look deeper into my own fears of like public life and people commenting and all that stuff. So this is sort of my re-return, and we'll see if I stick to it this time. But yeah, it's an interesting observation, which I think many can sort of relate to. The whole cancel culture, the whole aspect of how we treat each other online and offline as well, I guess, but mainly online, which is definitely something I've been pondering and related to some of the topics I'm going to talk about today. It definitely... yeah, it's an interesting topic. Either way, one of the reasons why I chose to sort of do a video now is that I came back from yet another Vipassana last week. I did 2 weeks this time. And it's very, very interesting insights are coming, as always. I would say these guys, they are masters. They truly are sort of masters. I'm impressed every time how they understand the human mind and how they understand people and what we're doing and like that. So they are really sort of testing your ego, testing your beliefs, testing your sort of emotions, and yeah, testing you in every different way. From that, you really learn a lot about yourself, a lot about the sort of the life and the universe and many different aspects. So I wanted to talk about some of the things that I sort of come to understand. I would say understand at this point in time, at least. They hopefully they will change and evolve these ideas, but they are nonetheless some ideas that sort of help me at the moment and make sense of these kind of things and why the present moment is important. So I think we all have sort of, or many of us at least, have heard of Eckhart Tolle and sort of the power of now, very popular in the West. Wrote a book many years ago, The Power of Now. And mid-walking meditation in my last Vipassana, I really sort of came to understand like what the present moment really is and what present moment really means in a way. And essentially, the present moment is God, I would say, and our conditioned mind is obstructing the view of the present moment in a way. And I'm in no illusion thinking that I have sort of found enlightenment or any sort of big state, or that I fully believe. I do believe in God in a way, but understanding God, I have no idea what it is. But there's something bigger than us. There's no doubt in my mind, at least. So my main realization in this sort of last Vipassana is, yeah, so everything is energy. I think we can all sort of accept that, even us sort of atheists or previous atheists, and even like physics and science sort of agrees that everything is energy in some form. You have light and you have sound and different types of energy and vibrations and frequencies throughout the universe. I have a big theory about this. Maybe I'll go into it now if I feel like it later on, or I'll do another video. But I discovered in my last Vipassana, I really started to sort of sense something in my body as I was meditating, coming up towards sort of my mind in a way, and obstructing or informing or affecting at least my thinking. I could really feel like how these sort of, I like to look at it as sort of energetic packages in a way. So there's an energetic package of anger, sadness, fear, anything. Or at least the emotions are definitely sort of some form of energetic package as I see it now. And these energetic packages kind of always want to, how do I put it? Always want to. We all know that the body is always cleansing itself in a way, like healing itself. We have had a wound, and somehow a few days later, the wound is healed, right? So the body or whatever it is want to heal itself continuously all the time. There's no doubt about that. So the energy that kind of flows through us want to heal us all the time. So I have this concept in my mind. I kind of checked it with my teacher at the Vipassana, and he's sort of like, yeah, it's somewhat how it works, but it has definitely helped me sort of make sense of things. So, for example, you can look at the body in a way as a pressure cooker, where you have a lot of pressure inside the body in a way, and our conditioned mind is that conditioned thoughts is the sort of the lid of this pressure cooker. And the present moment, or being aware of the present moment, is the vent that let the pressure out in a way. And it doesn't really matter what type of thoughts there are. As I understand it, I might be completely off here, but what kind of matters is the intensity of our thoughts. So if we truly believe in something, we are kind of blocking the energy to sort of come out. And I come to understand that there is kind of just two states of our being. There's either relaxation or tension. So there's two states, seemingly. And then there's different variants or degrees of either tension or relaxation. And a thought is some form of tension. Because I could so clearly see in my Vipassana, in my meditation here lately, that I could be in a sort of a peaceful state, mainly in my sitting meditation, but also in my walking meditation. But I could see how I was in a sort of peaceful state, non-reactive state, and then as these sort of energies sort of came through, and I could watch energies being sort of running through my mind, emotions like fucking anger, fucking this person, da da da. But I didn't sort of go into the thought and into the energy and sort of you're just kind of passively watching it. But occasionally, of course, and quite often, frequently, I did react. I did sort of hold on and grab onto that, to the energy and the thought in a way. And every time I did, or many times, I could really see, as soon as I went into that thought pattern, the energy then came back into my body. I could really feel it, and 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds later, I could feel some sort of pain, many times in the back. It's like, fuck, and I wasn't there before, or it might have been there, but to a slower degree, and it just sort of intensified. At the same way, I had back pain after a few days, sitting a lot, right? And once I sort of got aware of this principle, I really tried to sort of relax, like full on relax as much as possible, and also don't react to my sort of emotions that are coming through. So, and once I could, especially was one sort of evening I did that a lot. I was really observant of my sort of emotions coming through, and the back pain, I could literally feel it sort of decrease. But also, if I got into the thinking again, it just increased the pain. So, a long story longer, I fully believe there's, like, you really have to sort of come with a good argument to convince me otherwise now, that everything is mind and everything is emotion. And yeah, the Buddhist and I think the Hindu and yogic sort of understandings of this are deep and very profound. And yeah, I think maybe all, but at least many of our diseases are created by our certainty of thought. Yeah, and from that's the whole principle of letting go. So can you let go of your belief systems and your thoughts and your patterns? And of course, it's super difficult. It's not an easy thing at all. But our holding on to our belief systems, it's the number one, maybe the only one reason that sort of makes us sick and kills us in the end. I have another bigger thought. So so these, yeah, we'll see. This is very much my own mind trying to figure things out. But so these energetic packages that I sort of talked about, these are sort of stored within our body, and in essence, I think like everything is energy and everything is energetic packages. So maybe everything is energetic conditioning from the beginning of time, in a way. Beginning of sort of the first cell is sort of energetic imprints shaping us to what we are today, in a way. The sort of the bodies and the minds and everything. Because we can all sort of maybe have heard at least about some yogic or some monk or some mystic somewhere that have sort of sat for days, meditated without food, water, sleep, or anything. And I had an interesting discussion with my teacher at the Vipassana now, that because it came a thought to me saying that, okay, so if we can let go of the anger and the sadness, fear, and all this sort of negative emotions, or what Buddhism calls defilements. So it's sort of energy that maybe shouldn't be there, or that we are way cleaner than those energies. So maybe thinking that aging, or maybe even death, is an energetic conditioning. So this is a very out there kind of thought, but yeah, I'm going to show you one sort of clip on one. I interviewed a mystic a few months ago, earlier, Grandmaster Wolf, and he has another interview with a psychologist, fairly well-renowned psychologist, Dr. Dean Radin, I think he is, and they talk about magic. All right, yeah. So first, before I show you that, I'm going to show you something else that also I've been thinking about. It's all related, and hopefully you'll be able to connect the dots with me here. It is last year's Nobel Prize winners in physics. The universe is not locally real, and the physics Nobel Prize winners proved it. So what does that mean? Well, just a quick Google. Local realism is a quick way of saying two principles. First principle of locality: the cause of physical change must be local. That is, a thing is changed only if it's touched. And principle of realism: properties of objects are real and exist in our physical universe independent of our minds. right? So this is the principle that the sort of science and our world, in a way, we're perceiving the world like this, and is one of the most fundamental principles that we are operating our world in today. So the last year's Nobel winners disproved this theory, right? So you can go here on the website of the Nobel Prize, and you can find all the articles and the comments and stuff. And there are, let me see here. Yeah, so we can go in here and read the full article. No, not there. Sorry, this one. So it's quite complex. I don't understand the math at all. Like that's far beyond my capacity at the moment, at least. So I have to rely on what other people put into words. But so these two principles, in a way, are now disproven, and you can read it here. So when two particles are in entangled quantum states, someone who measures a property of one particle can immediately determine the results of an equivalent measurement on the other particle without needing to check. So this is the entanglement part, that particles can be entangled and have the same state, and we can know about that without even have to check, right? So it's somewhat logical, but what's really interesting here, which I really think is sort of the game changer for the world at the moment, like we're gonna see so much coming from this. I think so much of our mind and understanding and what we're teaching our kids in school and stuff. So it's this paragraph here, and it says, it is as if both the balls are gray. So they're referring to this experiment here. Does color exist when no one is watching? So it is as if both the balls are gray, right up until someone looks at one of them. Then it can randomly take either all the black of the pair of balls has access to, or can show itself to be white. The other ball immediately turns the opposite color. Right? So I don't fully understand this like in exact way, but it is one data point, I would say, that can be taken into account to consider the whole equation. So what do I want to show you with this? Well, another data point. I will show you the video, short clip of Dr. Dean Radin and Grandmaster Wolf. They talk about magic and why some people can do magic, remote viewing, channeling, and different kind of what would you say? Yeah, magical stuff. So why some people can and some people can't, and it's a very interesting conversation.
Okay, so then why, if it were as simple as that, and maybe it is, then why is it so difficult for many people who would like to do remote viewing, for example, because that's essentially what we're saying here. Some people are naturally quite good at it, but it's pretty rare. Some people can practice it a lot and become slightly better, but most people can't actually learn how to do this at all. So there's something else getting in the way.
Identity. If you identify fully with the body and the brain that you inhabit and the program that is in there, and that's a huge hurdle. But it's more than a hurdle, it's a wall, it's a barrier, a big one, because your belief system just won't let you go there. Quick answer.
Yeah, no, and it makes sense. Yeah, it's like a barrier.
Yeah. I often use this analogy. If I got you, you know this. If I got you to walk across a plank of wood this wide, a beam of wood in your back garden, and it's 20 feet long, and you could very quickly walk across that beam and back while you're talking to me, or while you're lighting up a cigarette, not an issue. You put that beam of wood 3 stories up in the air, you watch how your identity stops you from walking across. Doesn't matter how much willpower you got, you're not going to win unless you train yourself for a very long time, like tightrope walkers do.
Yeah.
Same thing. So people underestimate the power of belief greatly. It'll fix you or it will fuck you, to sound gross. But it's a big one.
What do I want to say with this? Well, it appears to me that the world is the way we expect it to be, nothing else, right? If a ball, supposed ball, changed color on observation, and GM here, he talks about our belief that we will die if we fall off this 3-story plank, right? It is really our belief systems, our conditioned belief systems that make or break us, as he says. And yeah, maybe even there is a possibility to let go of death. Yeah. And because if we all have ever seen, like, from the beginning of time, in a way, everything around us has always died, then that belief is quite deep in our DNA, right? Deep in our conditioned energetic systems, right? So to overcome that, I mean, the Buddhist talk about the karma, and I don't fully understand the karma, but my energetic patterns or energetic package they're talking about, I think that's similar to karma. That the more you sort of heal yourself and clear out of this karma, of this sort of suppressed energies that we have built up from the beginning of time, right? You can clear out those things, and left is sort of nothing but sort of consciousness. Of course, you still have a body, but in theory, maybe even the body can be sort of overcome in a way, and you can levitate, and you can be invisible, and those kind of things, right? Which I've heard that people can do also. I mean, Jesus walked on water. Maybe Jesus was just a very like educated or wise sage. There's a rumor that he went to the Himalayas in the missing part in the Bible, from I think it was 13 to 27 or 29, something like that. It's a missing part in the Bible, and there are rumors and sort of theories that he wandered to India in the Himalayas and sort of practiced with monks there for a few years at least, and then returned to Israel to preach oneness, kindness, love, and all that. But they crucified him for it. They couldn't handle that sort of unifying message. And you can see that today in today's landscape, right? If you preach love, I'm even like now, I'm sure some of you watching this sort of section here are cringing by seeing me, sort of a white guy, especially some of my friends, probably cringing right now. Like seeing a sort of a normal white guy preaching love, unity, and kindness. Like, just watch your internal cringe right there. So yeah, it's a bit of a tangent, but yeah, people are afraid of love, I would say. And that's another condition. That's another defilement that we have within us, conditioned in us, in the belief of separation. Because that's something I definitely start to believe in more and more. Like, and the quantum entanglement says that as well, in a way, right? If we can affect one particle here and then another particle across the universe just by sort of consciously looking at it. I mean, doesn't that mean sort of that that this is all one thing, and that our belief in separation is a total illusion? Yeah, I haven't had a direct experience of sort of a oneness, but definitely in theory, and yeah, it does make a lot of sense. Yeah. So that's sort of where I am right now. It's a lot of fun, a lot of curiosity, a lot of questions. I'm sure these theories are gonna be debunked, and I'm gonna abandon them, evolve them somehow. But they've helped me to make some sense of it, and in this mystery of life, it's a lot of fun. I think that was it. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe and support me, buy me coffee, and do everything. And hopefully we see each other soon again. Ciao.